Okay, everybody, here we go. Probably the most touted character in Heroes of Exandria as the best character in the set. We got Grog Strongjaw, Mighty Half Giant. We're going to go over a simple look in the Earth list. I just threw this together just for a video. It's kind of like a day 0, day 1 build. Probably needs some tweaking to it, but there's probably a lot of stuff you don't really need to do to it. You could probably just pick this up, other than pick up the cards for it and then just play it at locals. I don't know. It probably needs to be refined some. It does play a little into the DR package a bit. And then we're just going to try to draw the good ones and murder people. So, Grog Strongjaw, Mighty Half Giant, Brawler, Brute, Vox Machina, if it's a 531, static. If an attack deals damage, add 1 rage counter to this card. Response, before you would take damage from an unblocked attack, reduce that damage by 2, minimum of 1. Enhance, remove a rage counter from this card, draw a card. Your attack gets 3 damage. So we're going to try to kind of mitigate all the damage we can get. If we have to block some, we can, but we're really just going to try to really negate damage down to, so all we're doing is taking 1 and then getting a counter so we can turn that into a card and 3 damage, and that way we can just keep pumping out attacks. So let's go into the attacks. We got 3 copies of Attack Titan's Haymaker, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 4 mid 5, shift, stun 2, punch Titan, blitz. This attack cannot be blocked by cards with the print difficulty of 2 or less. And then it flips into, on transformation, flips into Aaron's Determination. Mill 1, your attack gets +1 damage. You have 10 or less health, it gets +2 damage instead. So late game, it could be +5 damage with Grog's ability. And that just kind of just piles on the damage as we're just trying to swing for the fences. 2 copies of Besiege, 3 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 3 mid 4, charge Fury. Blitz, this attack can only be blocked by cards with the printed block mod of 3 or greater. Deadlock Blitz, we get 4 damage. This in tandem with Attack Titan's Haymaker really makes a blocking nightmare pairing, because they can't block with basically foundations with this, and then this, if they can't block with attacks, right? So they have to block with attacks or 3 difficulty foundations here, or actions, whatever, and then here they kind of have to block with bad foundations, whatever. So it kind of creates this weird blocking puzzle for our rival that they really have to struggle with. I really wanted to add some card draw into the deck, so the next couple cards are for card draw. We got Electric Moth, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 3 high for 4. I see that this does not have, there's one card I want to add to this deck that I did not add for this, which we'd have to change some things around. But enhance, discard 1 card, draw 3 cards, draw 2 cards. If your rival has 10 or more foundations, draw 3 cards instead. We're not a giant, which is kind of funny because we're a half giant, which would be neat, right? We get to ready our character, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to do this. We're going to pitch a card, draw 2 cards, try to cycle in some more cards for more attacks, and then we're all off to the races. Battle Order Release, one of the best cards, one of the most pretty much generically good cards in the game for as attacks go. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 high 4, 2 mid block, charge ranged. Flip 1 foundation, draw a card, very good. We get X damage. X equals the number of face downs in our stage, max 4. We do play a lot of flip costs, so we can actually max this damage out, and with Grog, it's a 4 high 11. There's like the card I was talking about earlier that we'd probably need to add in is Pro Hero number 23. And when we have 3 or more counters, we get a speed. But we're kind of going for the just volume attack package, where we're just going to keep playing moves, taxing high blocks, try to get blocks out. Next up is Dragon Strike. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 5 mid for 5, EX2, powerful 2. Response, after we play this card, flip a rival foundation and then seal this card. Deadlock response, after we play this card, we get to add the top 2 cards of projectile momentum. It's great, but we're really playing this for the flip on 1 foundation, because if, say, our rival has a real, this is really our only type of proactive targeting for a rival foundation. We have split body control, which also works on offense. We get to say we play this, flip 1, they block, we get to flip another. So really we want some spot removal, and this gives us some spot removal. And then we're playing an Earth symbol with some highs. We got Tetra Terror, this Battle Order Release, Moth. We're playing Falling Skies. At worst, it's a 4 high for 6 plus Grog, so 4 high for 9 throw at worst, right? 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, 3 high for 5. First enhance, it gains throw. No more attacks can be played. You could do worse, right? 4 high for 9 throw. Not terrible. And then print this attack gets +1/+1 for each printed high in our attack a card pool. So even if we do play like a Battle Aura or Electric Moth, we're threatening with like 9 to 10 damage moves back to back. That just eventually just murders people. So this is really kind of like your main kill con, but it can act as like a way to whittle your rival down. And we're playing a bunch of 4-diff and lower moves. So Besiege, Electric Moth, Battle Aura, Following Skies. Let's play Tetra Terror Onslaught at 2x. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 4 high for 4. If we try to play this from anywhere other than our hand, it gets -1 difficulty, 2 speed. So when we echo, we get that ability. And then enhance, lose 3 health. This attack deals damage. Add 1 card with printed difficulty of 4 or less from your discard pile to your hand. So your rival really doesn't want this to hit because you'll get a counter. You'll get a rage counter to draw a card in the next move. And then you also get a cool 4-diff move like a Falling Skies or a Battle Aura release to cycle and just put more pressure on with like Electric Moth or whatnot. So this actually this deems reaction, right? Either to nuke the damage all the way down to nothing or to block it, which opens up other moves, and which is kind of what we want. We want them to block this to open up other moves. This also late game is just a bomb. It's a 4 high for 7+. Based on whatever else we have in our stage. And then also when we echo it, it becomes a 6 high, a 4 difficulty 6 high for 7 after Grog's rage counter removal. Next up, we got 3 copies of Referee Jury, 2 forward, 2 mid block. Enhance changes the tax damage to 4. If it deals damage, draw a card. Response card pool flip, commit 1 foundation after your rival plays an enhance ability, they commit a foundation. So this really is this really leads into our defensive damage reduction package. So we set the move down to 4. Grog will actually reduce it to 2, but if we can get like another 1, like -1 on it, we can make it down to 1 and draw a card off of it, which is super sick. So this kind of combos with another card called Elvish Tutoring. So on defense, if we really want to set up like our draw, we can Elvish Tutoring, which I'll get to it, which we get to search and attack, put on top of our deck, and then we can Referee Jury. We can we have to Jury first, and then we Tutoring to add the attack, and then we get to draw that attack. So when we get to it, I'll explain it better. 4 copies of Warm of Bubbly, 0 difficulty, 5 check, 3 mid block. Flip, if you've taken damage this turn, attack gets -2 damage. So we're really going in on this minus damage package to really soak up rival moves. If we have to block a move, we can, but in theory, we just want to be able to tank everything to the face, get a bunch of counters, and then unleash on our rival. Tough Skin, 0 difficulty, 3 high, 5 check, 3 high block, flip, -1 damage. So if we do Referee Jury, we can flip Tough Skin to put it to 3, and then Grog will reduce it by 2 to put it to 1, get a counter. 1 Man Inferno, 0 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block, mill 1, your rival mills 1. So if we're playing against a Krista or we're playing against another Elvish Tutoring deck, we can stunt them from drawing their cool moves. We got Radiant Visage, 1/5, 3 high block, flip, mill 3, your rival spends 1 momentum. We don't want our rival to be. One way to beat Grog is to like launch giant powerful moves into him, and we don't want that. So we're gonna try to stay on top of people's momentum. Granted, like being able to get free momentum off of abilities is ridiculously easy, and so this may not be enough. So we're just really gonna have to be cognizant of what our rival's actually doing. Unrelenting Brood at a 2x, 1/5, 2 mid block. Response flip after your rival reduces the damage of your attack. Gets +2 damage. Then we get a rage counter for free. So then we pop a rage counter and then we get 3 more damage. So that's pretty good. Pull from Danger, 1/4, 3 high block. Flip, this attack gets -3 damage. Deadlock Enhance, commit, this attack gets stun 2. So we're playing it for the -3 damage. Deadlock Enhance is pretty good as well, because we do need ways to push through attacks, and stun is kind of like fake speed because we take away resources. Leaning into that DR package, we got 1 Steadfast Resolve, 1/5, 3 low block. Destroy Foundation after this attack is played, it gets +1 or -1 damage. It's fantastic. On response speed, damage pump or damage negation, and it keeps us out of deadlock ourselves. Fearsome Transformations at a 4x, 1/5, 3 high block, flip, discard a draw card. If we have no momentum, discard a card. It's cycle draw. If we have momentum, we just get to straight draw a card, and as a 5-hander, that's fantastic. Titanic Combat at a 3x, 2/5, 3 low block. Commit after you take damage from an unblocked attack. Build the top card of your deck face down. We're probably going to be doing that a lot. And then enhance your attack. Commit. This attack gets 2 damage, and your rival commits a foundation. So it allows some pressure overall. Plus, if we're only taking like 1, we can commit, draw, and basically build a free card. Split Body Control at a 2x, 2/5, 3 low block. Flip after your attack is blocked. We get to flip. We get to point and click. We get to flip a rival foundation, and that's fantastic. 3 copies of Elvish Tutoring, 2/5, 2 mid block. Vox Machina Enhance, flip, commit, search your deck for 1 attack, reveal it, shuffle your deck, and then put it on top of your deck. Only playable if we have the Vox Machina trait. We do. So with Grog has the easiest way to tutor and draw attacks. So we Elvish Tutoring, put it on top, and then we remove a rage counter to draw that attack and get 3 damage. So it's just a real easy way to just chain moves left and right, and we get to pick the ones we want to, right? Because we get to tutor one to the top of the deck. Weapon Clash is part of that damage reduction package. 2/5, 3 high block. Destroy 1 face down foundation's attack. It's -2 damage, minimum 1. Flip, build the top card of your deck face down, committed. So it kind of fuels itself. This in tandem with a lot of other ways to get face downs is just debilitating. We referee jury, we -2. Then on Grog, we just -2 to 1, get a rage counter, draw a card with the referee jury effect, and then we can also just continually just nuke attacks down and stay out of deadlock. 1 copy of Beneath the Armor, 2/5, 3 low block. Once per turn, flip a foundation's attack gets +2 or -2 damage. This is allow us to just flip things face down and then nuke with Weapon Clash, so we give it -4 damage over a turn. Or if we really, really need that damage pump, which we have it on our face, anyways, we get to flip and get 2 damage once per turn. What is a symbol? At 2 copies, 2/5, 3 high block. Enhance, once per turn, remove 2 foundations from your discard pile. It gets +3 or -2 damage, so extra damage pump and extra damage negation. Also, this doesn't say minimum of 1, so this could drop a move under 0, which is really great. We got 2 copies of Big Appetite, 2/5, 2 low block. Flip, discard a card. Draw a card. Discard a card unless our rival's hand size is less than your rival's. So unless we're facing another 5-hander, it's always plus to hand size. This card, it may be too much card draw for a 5-hand size. I don't know. I don't think there's never enough 5-hand size card draw because you're a 5-hander and you just want to have as many cards as possible. And then this is the flex spot. Like, this could probably be a couple copies of 23 Pro Hero. I just like it because it's -3 damage on a first enhance, 3 futile attempts, 3 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. If first enhance commit, this attack gets -3 damage. I'm really thinking about it. We're probably going to end up just swapping this out for Pro Hero just so we can get a little bit of speed and some free draw before review so we can cycle into those big attacks that we need. And going into the board, we got 3 copies of Disarming Upward Disarming Swing, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 4 low 4, stun 1, Fury Weapon. It's asset control. Response after this attack deals damage, destroy a rival asset. And then we got Berserker Bite, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 3 mid block, 2 high for 3, flip a foundation. It is a throw, so it works with Grog's ability. So this can actually get sighted in, probably over, I would say, probably either Dragon Strike or Attack Titan's Haymaker if we don't really need to worry about, like, if we're playing a 7-hander, we side these in over one of those, and then we can just continually just do damage to them. But it has a good response. Flip 1 foundation. After you play this card, all cards get +1 difficulty for the turn. If it is your turn, this card does not count towards progressive difficulty. So this is really just more on the, it's like Perma Breaker 1 if we want to block with it. We can Perma Breaker 1 our rival. Just a way, if we're facing a big string deck, and we could do this, and it really taxes their resources. And Scanlan's Hands at a 2x. This is for the mirror, mostly, or heavy defensive decks, like a Ymir on the backside, so she couldn't get the -3 speed. Also, I think it's really just for the mirror, for the most part. 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 mid block. Form, commit 1 rival will commit one rival non-character card. If you may spend a momentum, if we do, we get to commit our rival's character instead, which is fantastic. Response card pool: after a block is played, the next attack gets this turn gets +3 or -3 damage. If your character's hand size is less than your rival's, build this card face down committed. So it's only if we're less than, and if your character's if we're less than our rival, so if it's a mirror, it doesn't build. But if it's like a 6 or a 7, it just stays basically on the field, and it comes actually sorry correction, it comes down as a committed foundation. So next up, 2 copies of Vast Strength, 2/4, 3 mid block. Remove after an attack is played. It loses all non-keywords. We don't want our rival to have cool attacks. We only are allowed to have cool attacks. So we just pop this and blank an attack for the most part. So this is the Grog deck, guys. It's a very basic, not it really could be iterated on. Like I said, Pro Hero 21 probably has a spot in here maybe, but I don't know how often we're going to have 3 or more counters just because we're going to be burning them to draw cards so much. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit those bells for notifications. Also, don't forget about our Heroes of Exandria double case event at Boar's Hat Games on April 5th. I'll put a graphic up right now, and then we hope we see you there. Also, stay tuned for some more deck profiles, some more new stuff. We'll see what happens in the future. We may have another box opening video coming, not sure. So until then, everyone, take care.